or the farmers, you know, who would have the crops above ground for those periods of time, maybe you can plant some root crops, you know, that's an option. So there's several things that the farmer can do, you know, to adapt to our ever-changing climate.
Your #1 team in the north. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the north. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight at 11, students at St. Augustine's College mourning the sudden tragic death of one of their own tonight. Plus, Mother Nature leaves Cat Island residents in knee-deep waters over the weekend. And the United States Embassy stepping in to provide hurricane relief to Jamaica. The Bahamas tonight at 11 starts now.
The Bahamas tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, filling in this week for Corval Pyfrom. Welcome to the broadcast. A somber day for the administrators, staff, and students at St. Augustine's College who are wrestling with one loss after another, and within the space of just days, the latest, the shocking death of an 11th grader. Extending deepest condolences, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis tweeted that the teen, whose light brought warmth to many, will be deeply missed. The Prime Minister continued that he and his wife Anne pray that God grants the child's father strength and comfort in the days ahead, and that her memory lives on. Danielle Dean leads us off at 11 in studio tonight with how the Sack family is navigating this traumatic blow. Good evening, Danielle.
An early dismissal Monday for the St. Augustine's College family, who returned to the Bernard Road campus under tragic circumstances. And this after spending the weekend coming to grips with the death of 11th grader Madeline Thompson. According to an online article posted by El Siglo, the 16-year-old reportedly fell to her death from the 12th floor high-rise hotel in Panama City just after 6 o'clock Friday morning, where she was attending an international robotics competition. At last report, the school was communicating with Panamanian authorities, providing support where needed. Here's what Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Drusa Ali, shared with the media on the matter earlier today.
It's really a tragedy. We are in contact with the organizers of the event. It was a robotics event for school-age children. We're also in contact with our Honorary Council in Panama, who's spoken with Panamanian officials and who's spoken with the family of Ms. Thompson. We do our best to stay focused on the families, stay in touch with the families, and submit queries through official channels so that there's no delay, because it's almost like re-traumatizing. Right now our consular focus is not only on Panama but also on Haiti, on Bahamian nationals who are in Jamaica and who were impacted by the hurricane, and there are some other consular emergencies happening right now.
SAC this morning hosting an emotionally charged prayer service where various priests, sisters from St. Martin Convent, and a team of guidance counselors were brought in to offer comfort. We understand once back in their respective classrooms, some of Thompson's classmates discussed the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, and shared fond memories of their time with her. Thompson's death not the only blow to the Sack family. Late last Thursday, a man was shot and killed just as he exited his Cambridge drive home here in the capital. That man, Toastmaster Derek Roll, father of Sacker 9th grader Derek Roll Jr. The school's swim meet and Flag Day, initially scheduled for this week, have been canceled. Live in studio for the Bahamas tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks a lot, Danielle. Well, the United States Embassy taking a proactive approach to assist the Bahamas recover from the damage incurred by last week's Hurricane Melissa. The Americans' humanitarian mission includes donating much-needed supplies to the Bahamas Red Cross. The items are designed to help with the restoration exercise in the southern Bahamas. U.S. Chargé d'Affaires Kimberly Furnish pledges the U.S. government's continued assistance in providing any relief necessary, while Bahamas Red Cross President, His Excellency Edison Sumner, revealed that the Red Cross's post-hurricane assessments will help them better distribute these valuable items.
We appreciate how the Red Cross helps people from communities across the country. It's a great example of Bahamians helping Bahamians, with the United States in a supporting role. Know that the United States supports the Bahamas in good times and in challenging ones. So I'm honored today to turn to President Sumner and ceremonially hand over $30,000 worth of supplies to this wonderful organization.
This partnership with the U.S. Embassy goes back many, many years. It predates all of us in this room. And the fact is that those of us who are here have become stewards of this partnership in maintaining the partnership and ensuring that we continue building upon this partnership to be sure that when we are meeting these exigencies in our community, when we have to respond to disasters across our country, that the U.S. Embassy has always been there with us lockstep. And this occasion is no different.
And speaking of Jamaica, an estimated 500,000 residents have been displaced, many today seeking basic needs like food, water, and shelter after being left crippled by Hurricane Melissa. St. Elizabeth Parish said to be the hardest hit. Still, many other parts of the island have been battered. Honorary Consul for Jamaica here in the Bahamas, Donald Cartwright, says efforts are now underway to assist.
If you have family members that you want to help, we understand that it's a challenge reaching your members. We ask that you just be calm, be prayerful, experiencing the same anxiety where I know my parents are okay. I spoke with them after the hurricane, but they have lost contact because they have nowhere to charge their phones. There is a website that the government has built out. We've built out with experience from previous hurricanes. What are the things that we would need? Of course, lots of persons are going to be trying to raise funds and start GoFundMes and so on. But the government wants it to be a very organized way so that the funds go to what they're supposed to go to.
The Jamaicans here have also composed a preliminary needs list, donation and volunteer needs, as well as a portal to identify fraudulent relief sites stifling relief aid. Further, a shelter list for those in search of family members is available at the consulate.
On this website, which is supportjamaica.gov.jm, there is a list of the immediate needs. There are some that are medium and then, of course, more long-term needs. We have a list of the shelters, so they could reach out to the consulate and we could email them the list. It's Jamaican Consulate, Bahamas@gmail.com. And once they send us an email, we'll send them a list of the shelters. You look for the one that's closest to your parish or your community and reach out to the number there.
Residents in North Cat Island, including Arthurstown and Orange Creek, experienced some heavy downpours, resulting in 6 persons being evacuated from their cars and severe flooding in homes in low-lying areas over the weekend. Administrator Gilbert Kemp says despite the fact that the area is known for flooding, it's never happened like this before.
One of the ladies from up north said in her 61 years, she's never, ever seen nothing like that. So that's not a normal thing. We would normally have a little rain, I'm told, but nothing like that. The damages sustained, we're still assessing, because the water is only now receding. So we had people on the ground today, the police and social workers, trying to assess some of the damages.
Administrator Kemp noted that the island is in dire need of an adequate drainage system, which he says the Member of Parliament, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, is looking to address.
One lady said her furniture was floating in her house from the flood. Well, you know, throughout this country, all of the islands, most of the islands I've been to, there is a need for more drains. I know that's something that the Prime Minister is looking into and talking about for Cat Island. So I expect that to happen soon.
In just a few hours, the world's largest travel trade show gets underway in London. And once again, the Bahamas is looking to show up in a big way with hopes of seeing even larger numbers flocking to the destination. Corval Pyfrom joins us tonight from London with a preview of how local stakeholders are gearing up.
This is where leaders, ministers of tourism, and key industry professionals come together to set the agenda and drive meaningful change. The World Trade Market London kicks off tomorrow, and the Bahamas is once again being featured prominently on the global stage. Bahamas UK Tourist Office Area Manager Melissa Butler and her team burning the midnight oil in anticipation of this year's World Trade Market London.
So it's an opportunity for us to showcase the destination, showcase the multi-island that we are, focusing on our 16 islands, as well as an opportunity for our industry partners to join us in this market to share a little bit more as well.
This year, World Trade Market London is introducing a new segment, Trend Fest, meant to put culture on display. Butler says Junkanoo will be front and center with a 40-minute-long riveting performance.
So when we say that we are coming in with a bang this year, we certainly are. We're showcasing Bahamian culture, we're showcasing pride, and we're immersing London and the United Kingdom in that experience as well.
The Bahamas continues to perform strong as a world-class destination. Record numbers continue to visit its shores annually, and so for veteran tourist general manager Marie Grazia Moreno, who oversees the France and Italy markets, she's exploring how to build even further on this.
The message is not just sun and sea. That is an old message. The message, people want to experience and know the country, so that's what we do.
And this is really a big deal. For the next 3 days, there are as many as 4,000 exhibitors and more than 45,000 people expected to attend the World Trade Market London. In London, for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
And still to come, Junkanooers in worship. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy all noon. Signature hot, hot wings. What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken.
Those pepper wings.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Registering for the advanced poll? Listen up. 2 deadlines are looming. Overseas voters must apply by Thursday, October 30th. Special voters have until Thursday, November 6th. Who qualifies? An overseas voter is a Bahamian eligible to vote from abroad, like students studying overseas and certain government personnel posted outside the Bahamas, along with qualifying spouses and immediate family. A special voter is someone who may be unable to vote in person on election day, including those 65 and older, hospitalized or in a care facility, pregnant, or who have recently given birth, traveling or stationed overseas on election day, candidates and their spouses, election workers, and parliamentary registration employees. For the full list of who qualifies and how to apply, click the link in the caption or pause the screen. Don't miss your deadline. Apply for the advanced poll today.
Tourism metrics, the government's budgetary operations, monetary trends, liquidity, all key factors taken into account for an overview of how and why the domestic economy continues to show signs of positive growth this year. And providing some insight on that today was a central bank governor, as we hear in this next report from Fern Carey.
Governor of the Central Bank, John Roll, revealing that the domestic economy continued to expand over the first 9 months of the year, although the pace of that growth was slower than last year. He indicated that tourism and sustained foreign direct investment also remain the main drivers of that growth, while overall tourism earnings increased at a slower rate during the same period in 2024.
This softening was largely concentrated in reduced consumer confidence and stopover demand originating from the United States, which eclipsed a significant boost in non-U.S. demand, particularly from Canada. Despite continued robust gains in cruise inflows, projected stopover earnings were almost unchanged from the previous year. In particular, estimated hotel room revenues decreased over the comparative periods, in contrast to a healthy earnings growth for vacation rentals.
Regarding the impact of Hurricane Melissa on projections for the final quarter of 2025, Roll assured that there is no cause for concern.
We do anticipate that there will be, some impact on the fiscal and on economic activity in those areas, but we don't think we're at the level where it will alter significantly the economic performance in the last quarter of the year.
The hotel sector also saw slightly lower occupancy levels during the third quarter, while vacation rentals strengthened.
What has been quite interesting in the Bahamas is that year over year, the number of new listings for vacation rental has been steadily increasing. And so that's also sustaining some of the growth that we're seeing. In the hotel sector, we haven't seen any noticeable change in terms of the volume of rooms that are available.
The central bank governor revealed that projected stopover visitor earnings were unchanged during the first 9 months of the year compared to the same period in 2024. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
After months of tension with the government, officials at the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence say they're ready to move forward on its own. The organization has confirmed that some of its members, including some of the nation's largest and most iconic, will not participate in this year's government-run Boxing and New Year's Day parades. Instead, the JCMP will host 2 independent community-driven Junkanoo experiences on Bay Street. Yesterday, members attended Bethel Baptist Church, where they reflected on what they described as a challenging season.
Right now, we have decided to step away from the deliberations with the government, and we gave that up. And so right now, we're focused on moving on and having a parade during the which and of the rules and the regulations that we would love to have. And so that is where we are now.
JCMP Chairman Dion Miller added that the organization remains united and committed to ensuring Bahamians enjoy the much-anticipated Junkanoo holiday season.
We as a combined unit and member of groups are united in the direction in which we would like to go forward and which we would like to parade. And so that is what we are focused on. So the Bahamians will get opportunity to see more than enough Junkanoo this holiday season. So we're just focused and we're just moving forward. We're leaving all of that confusion behind, and we're focused on doing the type of parades and celebrating our culture the way we would like to do.
This week marks the start of condolences and tributes on the life of former Anglican Archbishop Drexel Gomez, with a state-recognized funeral scheduled for later this week. Desmond Saunders has more on the memorial service held at St. Agnes Anglican Church on Blue Hill Road earlier this evening.
Joining me on the broadcast this evening, I have the rector of St. Agnes Anglican Church, Archdeacon Keith Cartwright. Let's talk about the tributes that will take place here this evening.
Yes, well, we have the President of the Bahamas Christian Council. We have the Archbishop of the Roman Catholic Diocese. We have some persons who are representing Barbados, where he was bishop for 20 years, and Codrington College, where he was a lecturer there. And we have several prominent priests in the diocese who are going to speak of their relationship with the Archbishop. And of course, his legacy is really where he became the first Bahamian to be responsible as Archbishop of the entire Caribbean Anglican Church. And then in that position, the Archbishop of Canterbury, who is our titular head, had Archbishop Gomez involved in many aspects of the worldwide Anglican Church. And so he is perhaps the most prominent clergy person ever in the Bahamas in terms of the world stage.
Okay, Archdeacon Keith Cartwright, rector of St. Agnes Church, joining us on the broadcast. And in the coming days, we will hear more tributes on the life and legacy of Bishop Gomez, who was indeed an icon.
Yes, and on Wednesday, we have what we call the vigil, and that will start at 6 p.m., and then there will be masses throughout the evening until the next morning on the Thursday, where he will be taken from St. Agnes to Christ Church Cathedral for the funeral mass, and then there will be a procession back over the hill, back home here at St. Agnes, where he'll be laid to rest at the main gate of St. Agnes in the churchyard.
Thank you very much. Good night. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks a lot, Des. Well, we end tonight with this feel-good story. A 6th grade student at St. Francis and Joseph Catholic Primary School is proving that you're never too young to make a difference. Inspired by the life of her late grandmother, this young entrepreneur is spreading a message of love, care, and faith through her small business. She shared her story with West Calix Forbes.
At just 11 years old, Brielle Wood is learning the power of purpose. Wood launched her own business called Andrea's Heartbeat, a heartfelt tribute to her late grandmother.
My grandmother passed away last year, July, and if you know my grandmother, you would know that she was the most loving, kind, and caring person anyone would love to meet. And I thought that October was the perfect month to launch Andrea's Heartbeat because my grandmother was a breast cancer warrior before she died.
Last month being Breast Cancer Awareness Month made the timing even more meaningful. Through her products, Brielle hopes to honor her grandmother's strength and continue the legacy of her kindness. The message behind the brand is inspired by the scripture Luke 1:37. For with God, nothing shall be impossible.
The motto of Andrea's Heartbeat is spreading cheer, sharing care, and always saying a prayer. So I want the people out there to know to always be happy, be caring, and to always say a prayer.
Though her grandmother is no longer here, her memories continue to inspire Brielle every day.
I remember when me and my grandmother went to a church function and my auntie used Snapchat filters on us that made us look real funny, and we had an amazing night.
And as for her peers, who may also have big dreams, Brielle says it's never too early to start.
I would say for them to always believe in themselves, to never give up, do what they love, and just go after it.
With a heart full of faith and a mission to spread cheer, the young entrepreneur is keeping her grandmother heartbeat alive. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Stay close. Charles Fisher is up next with sports.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your fun look at sports in the Bahamas tonight. I'm Charles Fisher. I see the ladies' national basketball team going through daily practices as they get set to leave for the Caribbean Basketball Championships in Guyana, November 9th through the 12th. Coming off a third-place finish last time in Cuba, they have been putting in the work, led by head coach Donnie Culmer.
We have a couple vets who went on the last trip with me to Cuba, and the two girls we really got to rely on, Valerie Nesbitt and LaShawn Hicks. So, but everybody else is, like I said, young and new. And we have young lads, so we got to be able to get up and down the floor and put the ball in the basket.
And Culmer hoping the hard work, hard days pays off.
Some days, it's luck, but, we here every day. Coaches here every day. Every time we have practice, not a coach missing unless he have some away business or something to do. But we put in the work. Basically, we do all drills. Defensive sets, offensive sets, out-of-bound plays every day. We go over the whole structure of basketball.
College basketball season tipping off today with many different players in different places due to the transfer portal. One of them is Bahamian Dayton Albury, who started his college career at Queen's University, then transferred to Utah State. Now this season is playing against former conference foes, New Mexico. All the top junior skippers from throughout the Bahamas took to the waters of Montague Bay this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, for the 12th annual Cecil Cook Junior Regatta. Over 70 sailors in the various classes, depending on their age and ability, glazed through the seas, and at the end, trophies handed out, and all the skippers excited.
I was just trying to stay focused the whole time, focus on getting good starts, sailing fast, and just trying to execute my plan.
I was mainly trying to make my competitor's weakness my strength. So everybody else was lighter in weight, and they were, well, not all of them weren't that short, but they were lighter in weight, so I was able to use that to my advantage.
The first day was very light, and there was a lot of wind changes, so it was a lot of wind changes and shifts, so I won every race the first day.
It means a lot. This is like a trophy for my hard work that I've been trying to accomplish during my training days, and I'm very proud of this. So I felt I had to sail around the course very cleanly, so I felt I executed that pretty well, and I'm pretty happy about that.
And sprinter Anthony Strawn is back home and in strength and conditioning mood. Last season plagued by injuries, one that saw her not being able to compete in the finals of the 20 meters at this year's World Track and Field Championships in Tokyo.
I'm going to try to be as healthy as possible, work on everything that I need to work on. And hopefully I get what I want. Hopefully I stay healthy, because I do feel as if a healthy me is going to be a dangerous me, because me personally, have never seen a 100% healthy me. And I know people can't touch this.
And there is something else she is planning on doing more of next season.
I am planning to try to compete more, because I feel as if my injury, as of right now, I don't feel it as much, but I'm technically not doing anything. So right now I'm living in a cloud. I would actually know what's happening the more I compete, the more I train. So, but I plan to compete more. I plan to bring myself down to the top 16 if I'm not already there. I'm not really too sure what my ranking is. And compete in the Ultimate Challenge, which is the top 16 in the world. Commonwealth Games is also next year. Diamond Leagues, of course, keeping. World Challenges is still there. So I'm just planning to be as active as possible next year.
That's it for sports in the Bahamas tonight. I'm Charles Fisher. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Our company has a simple philosophy: open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got
got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
And it's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Dawn. The tropics very quiet this evening, and elsewhere throughout the tropics, we don't anticipate any development over the next several days. But we do have a weak cold front which went through the northwest Bahamas late this afternoon, and that will provide some stable conditions for the next couple of days. And our live weather radar showing the radar gauges are completely empty throughout the 700 islands, and your temperatures around the islands this evening pretty cool up there in the north. 78 degrees in Marshall, Balboa, Green Tool Key at 75 also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands 77. Allenstown, Bimini a little on the warm side at 82 degrees there, 79 in Harbor Island. Rockside, Eleuthera, 80 degrees, 79 in Allenstown, Cat Island, Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space, Orlandros at 80 degrees, Fresh Creek, Central Orlando, 78, 79 in San Salvador and Rum Key. Also, Georgetown, Exuma reported 79 degrees, Ragged Island, Clarence-Town, Long Island, and Crooked Island, 80 degrees, 78 in Betsy Bay, Maguana, and Acklands, Matchetown, Inagua, 80, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 83 degrees. Forecast tonight, well, we're looking at partly cloudy, windy, and warm with a shower in place. Low temperature tonight should drop off to about 77 degrees. And tomorrow, we're looking at partly sunny, still very breezy. High temperature, 80 degrees, and your extended weather forecast. We're going to have some passing showers on Wednesday. Get a little cloudy as we go into Thursday because we're going to have a little troughing backing up over the northwest Bahamas, and that could provide a couple of showers and even an isolated thunderstorm, particularly during the morning hours. Thereafter, it's going to be variable cloudiness on Friday, and then the sun comes back out on Saturday. Sunday, 1 or 2 showers in the mix as well, and as we head into the early part of next week, we're going to have a lot more sunshine in our forecast. But those temperatures are starting to drop now. We're looking at low 80s during the daytime, nighttime temperatures in the low to mid 70s. LaDon.
Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. From all of us here at ZNS, I'm LaDon Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
Previously on Girlfriends.
And by the power vested in me by the state of Nevada and this jumpsuit that I wear, I now pronounce you man and wife again.
Forget the reason. I want him to keep his room.
And I want us to end this conversation so that we can enjoy our honeymoon.
Tony.